Greetings everyone, and welcome to Keeping Up with Papa, Life After Work, where we find out how one man manages to keep himself busy, physically active, and mentally engaged after retirement with projects. Today's project, my neighbor has an issue with yellow jackets. Check it out. When Welcome back. Yep, yellow jackets. Now I suspect anyone who spent some time in the deep south, well, you're probably already familiar with yellow jackets. They're a type of wasp that build their nest either hanging up in trees or sometimes in a cavity somewhere, or as in this case, underground. And they can be very, very nasty neighbors. Now we have southern yellow jackets here. I'm not going to go into great detail about the different kinds of yellow jackets or places where they live. You can look all that up online if you're interested in learning more. What I'm more curious about for this segment is, how do I get rid of them? Now let's be clear, I would prefer not to destroy a yellow jacket nest. I mean, yellow jackets are considered to be a beneficial insect, and as long as you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. They tend to prey on other insects that are not so beneficial, so they're kind of good to have around. That is, unless they happen to decide to nest somewhere that might pose a hazard to you or maybe your pets. You see, they can be very, very aggressive if they're disturbed, which leads us to how this particular underground nest was discovered. Well, my neighbor has a gentleman that shows up a couple times a week and helps him with yard maintenance. Now, a surefire way to upset a yellow jacket nest is to either step on their entrance, maybe run it over with a lawnmower, or hit it with a weed whacker. Guess which one he chose? Yep, weed whacking. Now, something similar has happened to me before. I was moving some fallen logs nearby when I noticed some movement kind of out of the corner of my eye. Then I noticed a lot of movement. Let me tell you something from personal experience. You cannot react fast enough. If you upset their nest, if they don't send out a referee with a warning flag, they send out the entire team with great big baseball bats that are loaded with nails on it and coated in venom. And you can run, but you cannot run fast enough or far enough to get away from them. They don't hit you just once, they hit you multiple times, and each sting will swell and it can hurt like crazy for a couple of days. If you're allergic, which I'm not fortunately, all bets are off. Well, my neighbor's helper was stung over 30 times, and my 89-year-old neighbor was stung 3 times just trying to get the wasp off the other guy. I'm glad I wasn't there. Well, needless to say, this nest was a problem. It needed to go. This is how I went about it. So, this was actually a multi-day project. Now, it really didn't have to be. I mean, if I'd done up front what I ended up doing at the end, it would have been over in 24 hours. So to start off, they had already hit the nest with 2 cans of wasp spray before I even got involved. No effect. I think the yellow jackets probably lined up outside the nest entrance and thumbed their noses at the guys, and then they turned and did that taunting gesture. The one from Braveheart where they turn around backwards and raise their kilts, and well, you know the reference. What next? Well, my neighbor suggested pouring gasoline down the hole and lighting it. Well, the pyro in me really liked that idea, but the fire marshal and the arborist in me thought maybe we shouldn't do that, mainly because it would probably kill the 2 oak trees where the nest was located, or at least severely damage them. So I moved on to slightly bigger guns, wasp spray in a foam. Now, I've used this before and it works pretty well in similar situations, so it was worth a try. Theory being that you spray it over the entrances and the wasps fly into it and it kills them. Let's see what happens. Huh, let's see. They aren't, oh, there comes one trying to go in. They aren't nearly as active as I think they probably were. A lot of them were killed. Oh, now I see some coming out. Now they're not happy. Next day, they're still there. They appear to be struggling a little bit. I think this evening we will try the Dawn dishwashing detergent trick. Okay, it's about 6:30 in the evening. It's dark here, wintertime. And 2 treatments so far, but today we still had some yellow jackets flying out. So I'm going to go to round 3 here and try the equivalent of Dawn dishwashing liquid, which someone had given me a copious quantity of a while back. So we're going to treat this. They should be inactive right now, which should allow me to get in here and not get chased away. Second entrance right there. That one goes more straight down. Oh yeah, it's rolling right in there. So that ought to do it. So it's the following evening at dusk. And we are seeing, this is the day after the treatment with the soap, and we have a lot of dead hornets at the entrance. It's kind of, not really see any in that hole, but I did see some others laying around in the grass and the leaves there. So, best guess, this has worked. What I will do tomorrow is pull these buckets away, see if I get swarmed. And if I do, I'll end up putting a water hose in there and just drowning what's left. All right, so 2 nights ago, I did the treatment with a whole lot of dish soap, and we did kill quite a few, as you saw from the picture I took previously, the previous night. Can't really see them there, but we still have them. Now, we've done some serious damage because this time of day there should be a lot of activity if it was a fully populated nest, and there are only a few coming in and out. So I think what I'm going to do is try the next step, which is a water hose. So I'm going to see if I can snake a water hose over there without stirring them up too badly. Turn that thing on and let it run. If it turns out that I can't really do that because there's too many wasps, I will wait until this evening after dark. That looks pretty good. Didn't really stir anything up. I'm gonna turn on the water. Hopefully they don't go nuts and I won't be able to get my camera back. Well, water's on. It's It's running at a decent clip. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. Oh, they're not happy. I poured so much soap in there, I wonder if I'll end up with suds coming out. One video I saw said to give it about at least 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens after 10 minutes or more. So that hose is opened up to full speed now, and actually his well runs 8 to 10 gallons per minute. It's a big 4-inch well used for irrigation. There's a lot of water that's gone in there in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Where's it all going? Quite a few of them out here on the ground now and coming out of the nest. Aha, so you can see in the first hole I used, we got some suds coming out of there. So I think I have pumped enough water in there from 2 different directions, and we've got suds coming out now, and that soap will eventually probably kill all the yellow jackets and or destroy their nest down there. So we're just gonna let this sit for a while, and I'll come back this evening and see how much damage I've done. Alright, it is dark. Any wasps that are still in a nest and have survived will be quiet at the moment. Let's see if I get these pots out of the way. The Polaris has a bright light on. I'm using that for lighting. And if you see me run away and scream, you know what happened. This one's already been full. This one's right at the hole. I would say that's a good sign. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. You can actually see nest there. Look at that. There it is. About that. I'd say we got it. Excellent. Tomorrow during the daylight, I'll come out with a shovel, get those other pots up, and hopefully they're all gone. Okay, cold light of dawn. We can see a little more in here. It's about 9 o'clock the following morning. Pretty interesting little structure. And quite a few dead yellow jackets. See if I can get these pots out of the ground. Fascinating. It's like a regular paper wasp nest. Bigger and underground. And so take a look at this. This is what's underground. There's a whole lot more in there that I can't get to. It's just a great big paper wasp nest underground. Thousands of cells for birthing new little wasps, little yellow jackets. Wow, Mother Nature is an incredible architect. Closing thoughts. Soap seemed to do the trick. As I understand it, yellow jackets breathe through their body, and the soap tends to interrupt that process and eventually kills them. So if you can get soap down into the nest, then you can take them out. Wasp sprays at the entrance, well, they only catch a few of them as they come in and out. Pouring soap down the entrance hole and then following that with a really good soaking seems to drive the soap down into the underground nest, and it worked really well. Hey, so do you have a better method, something more effective but faster and easier? Let us know in the comments below. You might be helping someone else. Well, thanks again for watching. As always, comments are welcome, and please remember to like and share and subscribe. I'll see you next time on Keeping Up with Papa, Life After Work. Papa out.